Hello dear children, welcome to the class. Now in today's class, we are going to solve certain queries which we have received from our students. The first query which we have received is from the chapter number 8, Company Accounts, Issue of Share Capital. Question number 25, given on page number 8.115 from the book Double Entry Bookkeeping, Accounting for Companies, T.S. Gariwal. Now the question says, as I already told you that it's question number 25 from the book T.S. Gariwal. Many thanks to the author of the book, Mr. G.S. Gariwal. The question says that Green Limited issued 80,000 equity shares at the rate of rupees 10 each. The total called up amount on each share is rupees 5 per share. That means the company has made a call of rupees 5 only out of rupees 10. And how this 5 is being collected? Rupees 5 is being collected. Rupees 2 on application, 1 on allotment, 1 on first call, and 1 on second call. Now, further the question says that all the money was duly received with the following exception. A, who holds 250 shares, paid nothing after application. That means he has just paid application amount of rupees 2 per share, लेकिन allotment 1 per share नहीं pay किया. Second call and first call and second call 1 rupee each has not been paid by A. B, who holds 500 shares, paid nothing after allotment. यानी कि B ने सिर्फ 500 shares पर application money 2 per share, allotment money 1 per share पे किया है, लेकिन first और second call पे नहीं करी. C, who holds 1,250 shares, paid nothing after first call. That means C ने application money 2 rupees per share पे किया है, allotment amount 1 rupee per share and first call amount 1 rupee per share पे किया है, लेकिन second call 1 rupee per share पे नहीं करी. So, if we calculate the calls in arrears, if we calculate the total calls in arrears at each stage, application पे nil, सबने सारे amount पे किए हैं. Allotment मनी हमारे पास 250 शेयर्स पर 1 रुपी नहीं आया. सो कॉल इन अरियर एट द टाइम ऑफ अलॉटमेंट इज रुपीज 250. 250 शेयर्स ए के थे जिसके ऊपर अलॉटमेंट रुपी 1 पर शेयर नहीं आया. सो 250 रुपीज कॉल्स इन अरियर्स आ गया. नाउ फर्स्ट कॉल ए और बी, ए और बी के शेयर्स पर रुपी 1 नहीं आई. The sum total of A and B shares are 250 plus 500, 750. 750 पे 1 rupee नहीं आया. So 750 will be call in arrear. When first call was received, then the last call is not paid by A, B and C, who holds in total 2,000 shares. So 2,000 into 1. So total calls in arrears at the time of second call will be rupees 2,000. It will be calls in arrears. Application nil at the time of allotment 250. First call 750 and final call 2,000. So the question says prepare journal and the balance sheet. I think you all can prepare the balance sheet on your own. So if we pass the journal entry, issued share capital is 80,000 and we'll assume that the issue is fully subscribed. Then let's pass the entries in the books of accounts of Green Limited. So in the books of account of Green Limited, first entry will be bank account debited to share application account. Since there is no, obviously there could not be any calls in arrears at the time of application. So to share application account, 80,000 shares were issued. Sorry, 8,000 shares were issued and the application money was ₹2. So the total amount received at the time of application by the company is 16,000. Then second entry will be to transfer this amount to the share capital. So we'll transfer this amount to share capital. Entry will be share application account debited to share capital account. Second entry will be share application account debited to share capital account. And the total is 16,000. Then the third entry, let's make the allotment money due now. Allotment money will be due ₹1 per share. Total shares were 8,000. So 8,000 into 1 is your 8,000 rupees. So the third entry that will be due in our books of account will be share allotment account debited, share allotment account debited to share capital account, to share capital account. 8,000 shares were there. ₹1 on allotment is to be collected. So the amount is due in the books of accounts is 8,000. Now see, at the time of allotment, 250 are calls in arrears. Fine, 250 rupees are calls in arrears. So definitely the amount collected at the time of allotment would be 250 rupees less out of this 8,000. So the fourth entry to be passed in the books of accounts of the company for at the time of collection of allotment money, it will be bank account debited. Bank account debited. If we need to open the calls in arrear account, we'll debit calls in arrear account also. I'm not debiting calls in arrear account because I'm not opening it. To share allotment account. To share allotment account. And the amount collected will be 250 subtracted from 8,000. So amount is 7,750. So amount collected will be 7,750. Now next is we are going to now make the first call due. So fifth entry will be share first call account. Share first call account debited to share capital account. To share capital account. The amount again due will be 8,000. First call money is rupee 1 per share. So 8,000 is due from the shareholders at the time of first call. And now 750 are calls in arrears. So sixth entry, bank account debited. Bank account debited to share first call account. Share first call account. And the amount is 8,000 less 750, which is equal to 7,250. Another way of passing this entry could be bank account debited 7,250, calls in arrear account debited 750, two share first call account 8,000. Now the seventh entry will be to make the second call due. So we'll record share second call account debited, two share capital account, and the amount due will be on 8,000 shares at the rate of ₹1. So 8,000, and then finally you can see that the calls in arrears are 2,000 at the time of second call. So the entry, last entry to be recorded in the books of account will be bank account debited, two share second, and it's not final, two share second call account, because just in this question only ₹5 have been called up. So two share second call account 6,000. Fine. 8,000 less 2,000 calls in arrears. So 6,000 is being collected. Or this entry can be written by opening calls in arrear account. Then the entry would be bank account debited 6,000, calls in arrear account debited 2,000, two share second call account 8,000. I hope that the solution of question number 5 is clear to everyone. Now let's take up another topic, that is issue of shares for consideration other than cash. Let's understand the concept of issue of shares for consideration other than cash. Let's understand this with the help of question itself. बेटा कंसेप्ट पहले समझ लीजिए कि हम कंपनी क्या करती है, शेयर इशू करती है फॉर कंसिडरेशन अदर देन कैश, का मतलब कि शेयर इशू करने के बदले में कैश नहीं लेती है. फाइन. फॉर एग्जांपल, एन एसेट इज परचेज्ड फ्रॉम अ वेंडर and instead of making payment in cash to the vendor, the company issues share. Fine. Or a company purchase another company, the whole of the business, and in return of making payment back to the company in cash, issues shares. So let us understand this with the help of exam question number 28 given on page number 8.115 from the book T.S. Garewal, Accounting for Share Capital. Now the question says that 2,000 equity shares of ₹10 each were issued to X Limited, from whom assets of ₹25,000 were acquired. Fine. ₹25,000 were acquired. That means assets of ₹25,000 were purchased from X Limited by our company, and instead of making payment to X Limited in cash, the company issues 2,000 equity shares of ₹10 each. Fine. So see, first entry will be for acquiring the asset. So in the books of accounts of our company, asset is being purchased from X Limited. So entry will be asset account debited, debited to X Limited, and this amount is 25,000. फाइन, एसेट परचेज किया कंपनी ने एक्स लिमिटेड से, सो 25,000 इज द परचेज कंसिडरेशन. बेटा जो अमाउंट, जिस अमाउंट पे हम ये एसेट परचेज करते हैं, इस अमाउंट को हम कहते हैं बेटे दैट दिस इज परचेज कंसिडरेशन. दिस अमाउंट इज नोन एज परचेज कंसिडरेशन. नेक्स्ट इज फाइन. नाउ अब हमने परचेज कंसिडरेशन बेटा ये पे कैसे करनी है. लेट मी राइट इट अगेन. दिस इज परचेज कंसिडरेशन. फाइन, हमने ये अमाउंट पे कैसे करनी है. इशू ऑफ 200 इक्विटी शेयर्स ऑफ ₹10 each. Sorry, 2000 equity shares of ₹10 each. So 2000 into 10 is 20,000. So rest of the 5,000 must have been paid through check or through cash. So the second entry will be X Limited debited to share capital account. Share capital is credited by, since 2000 shares are being issued for ₹10 each, so 25,000. For 25,000, 20,000 shares are being issued, and 5,000, rest of the 5,000 is being paid through check. Fine. So this purchase consideration, in this question, it is specifically mentioned that your equity shares, 2000 equity shares are issued at the rate of ₹10 each for the payment of the purpose. For the payment purpose, 2000 equity shares of ₹10 each, it is being given in the question. अब बच्चे, if this amount is not given, so हम क्या करते हैं, in order to calculate the number of equity shares to be issued, the formula is number of shares to be issued are purchase consideration divided by the issue price. And now how can we find this issue price? See, issue price can be calculated like if the shares are issued at par. See, if the shares are issued at par, then issue price is going to be the face value of the share. Face value or the nominal value. Second case, if the shares are issued at premium, fine, then the issue price will be the face value of the share plus the premium amount. There could be one more case, third case, but this case is going to be there in the chapter issue of debentures. If the debentures, if the debentures of the company are issued at discount, because see, Companies Act 2013 prohibits the company to issue shares at discount. See, that means, let me write a note over here. Shares cannot be issued. Shares cannot be issued at discount. Issued at discount. But yes, your debentures can be issued at discount. So that is why this third case is only going to be there when debentures are issued at discount. So at that time, the issue price will be calculated as face value of the debenture minus the discount. Let's understand this with the help of a figure. Let's say that the face value of a share is ₹10. Fine. So the issue price in the first case when the shares are issued at par will be ₹10. The second case, if say the shares are issued at ₹10, premium 20% or ₹2. So the issue price will be ₹10 plus ₹2, which is equal to ₹12. So here, when we'll be calculating the number of shares to be issued, we'll be dividing the purchase consideration by ₹12 when the shares are issued at premium. Now, the last case, if the debentures, because shares cannot be issued at a discount, Companies Act 2013 prohibits the issue of shares at a discount, but if the debentures are issued at discount, then the issue price will be face value minus discount. Let's say that the company issues debentures. The face value of a debenture is ₹100 and the discount is ₹10. So the issue price of the debenture will be ₹90. So in order to calculate the number of debentures in the third case, we'll divide the purchase consideration by the issue price, that is 90. And debentures can also be issued by the company for the payment against the purchase of an asset or purchase of a business. We'll be practicing more questions on this topic, issue of shares for consideration other than cash, in our next class. I hope all the concepts which we have taken up today is clear to everyone. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.